Hi.
And we're live.
Yeah.
Woo! Hello, everybody. We're gonna be doing some more Dragon Age 2 today. We finished. Well, we didn't finish. We stopped in the
Yeah.
middle of the Legacy
Legacy.
DLC last time.
Suddenly my own voice started playing in my ears because I forgot I didn't mute you. That scared kind of the shit out of me.
Yep, we're here. We're ready. The energy is right. Hashtag get the energy right. Everybody out there.
Is there really like? Is this a thing you say? Because I've never heard you say anything like this
No,
before.
I think I probably just started saying it, but it's definitely been in my mind for a while.
Okay. Okay.
I used to say feng shui, and I think that's just such a weird thing. There's other things attached to that I don't necessarily subscribe to.
Function. Okay.
But I was explaining this to Caitie before we started streaming. Of like, it's not like super intense. I'm not like, and by the way, I am starting the game, but I'm not like trying to like move a picture frame by like 3 degrees or anything like that. It's more just if the room's too messy, it doesn't feel like the right quote unquote energy to stream. I don't believe in healing crystals or anything like that. I'm just saying like if something's a little too messy, it doesn't really feel like it's game time. The bed's got to be made. Shit's got to be picked up off the floor. It's got to be relatively clean.
Okay. Now I just have a question about crystals because I don't think anyone in our chat that listens to us would be into crystals. But what is the pseudoscience behind crystal energy healing? Like, do you believe the rock exudes some sort of energy that, like,
I don't even think there is pseudoscience. I think it's pseudo fantasy. I think it's literally just like, it's like a object from a dungeon in Zelda. Like it just gives you magic powers.
I guess I don't know.
I think that's what they're going for.
I don't know. There's a whole world to that I am very fascinated by, like, astrology and crystals and all that stuff. I don't believe in any of it because I think it just sounds ridiculous. But like I love hearing about it just because it's so alien to what I know as reality. You know, like this sounds like.
No, I agree completely. Oh, we're about to get charged by this ogre.
Oh, right. I just spilled water all over myself, and I'm not pleased about it.
Oh wow, Varric is not having a good time right now.
Oh woof.
Oh, he is just absolutely. Oh man, look at that! Look at that form, though. To be quite honest.
I really want like
This has got to be the screenshot, honestly.
There's something wrong with recording, and I'm hearing echoes. Is that?
That is interesting. You mean you're hearing this, or the way someone in the chat said?
That's someone in the chat said that. Maybe you have another tab open. I don't know. If anyone else hears it, let us know. It might also be like my headphones too close to the mic, which then you would be able to hear it.
I hope not. Is it just okay? Let's ask the chat. Is it just me echoing, or is it me and Caitie? That's a good thing to understand as well.
Yes. Alpaca doesn't hear anything. Matthias doesn't hear anything. We got 2 people that says no, so we got a couple of people that says no echo. So.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, resuming business as usual. We're getting our ass kicked by these fucking darkspawn.
Indeed. Okay, I wanna ask a question of chat. Which I will say, as soon as I ask this, I don't think you can post links in chat. So if you have a link to send me, throw it on Twitter. So the reason we haven't been having a lot of best of episodes recently, one, great to have not had a lot of time. 2, I've had a problem with YouTube where it won't allow me to download a couple episodes. Not all of them, but just some episodes. It's just like, nah, you're not getting this one. And it's really annoying. So I'm going to have to resort towards shady third-party sites to get my own content off a fucking website.
Your own content that you made.
That I made with my own 2 hands. So if you guys know of any like reliable non-Trojan horse things that I can download a YouTube video with, because YouTube is being a bitch about it, let me know. It would also help because, like, I don't know if you've noticed, but the best of videos have been kind of I think the maximum is like 720 because that's the only thing I can download videos in is 720, even though we record these episodes in 1080,
right?
Which is annoying. So, like, if I could get a downloader, I could probably get a 1080, and then suddenly we'd have better quality of best of videos. So, if you guys have anything, that would help with that, I would greatly appreciate it because I'm having trouble finding anything that actually works. Hey, did you have mods for the legendary DLC outfit? What do you mean legendary DLC outfit? Do you mean like the final Hawk armor? Because I do need to get like a easy to get Hawk armor for Versache. Do you mean legacy DLC outfit? Because that's just Warden armor, I thought. I don't know, because that's the final thing you get.
God damn, Versace just looks fucking terrible. So I was mentioning that I wanted to talk about Versace a little bit. I don't know why YouTube decided to throw this back into my recommendations, but it was the first episode where we created Versace Hawk and Inquisition, and I was just like, all right, let me watch this again to just kind of relive it. Good lord. I haven't even seen like those streams, like the footage from that in a while. Like this Hawk is pretty fucked up because of the crocodile skin texture. But nothing, like absolutely nothing can compare to the fucking Versace Hawk we made in Inquisition.
Yeah, it's a work of art.
Yes, it is. It is no doubt a work of art. It's terrible and awful and wonderful.
Oh, they're asking for Slutty Warden armor. There is one that I could find, Slutty Warden armor, and it's just been applied this whole game. Because I downloaded it pretty early on because I didn't know what we did with Bethany. So Janica might be wearing it, and if not, I don't even think we would see it because it only applies to a mage Warden armor, and we would get a rogue because of Versace. Okay. See, now I'm just thinking of all, like, I know this is how many years away, but what we could do with a Dragon Age 4...
The rest of you hear him?
Like, I don't know, it's gonna...
It calls them to free him.
What if Hawk comes back? Like, what if Hawk is in Dragon Age, but we just have to take it even further?
How would we even do that? How would we even do
Look,
that?
where there's a mod, there's a way. Our community won't let us down.
I guess. The problem with continuing on this world state into Dragon Age 4 is that we need just the collection of the worst mods, which is we at least need a year behind. Like, when Dragon Age 4 comes out, I would even argue we should wait a year before even starting this world state because we're just not going to have the mods behind it, you know?
Oh, I agree. And I'm sure we will have so much to say and talk about Dragon Age 4 sort of like more in earnest before we get to the silly shit.
Also, can we just fucking talk about when Versace's in a side view? The nipple is crazy.
Whoa, you're not kidding.
Oh god, no! Like, if your erect nipples look like that, please go see a doctor. That's not.
Oh wow. Yeah, if you maintain a nipple erection for more than 8 hours, please go to the emergency room.
Seriously.
Oh.
Do y'all use OBS or Streamlabs for the streams? You could use the setting to record along streaming. We could do that. The problem is it doesn't reply retroactively. So still need the downloader. That actually is something I have done before. Like trying to get like a really good, because even if you're streaming at 1080, you can get some really good quality if you record it as well.
Right.
But at least for me, I've had some like streaming issues then because the program's doing so much that it doesn't handle it very well, at least at my computer. You have like the crazy overclock computer, so you might be able to do it, but my computer couldn't handle it.
Velociraptor says Versace's just cold because the nips are located over her cold dead heart.
That's a good comment. This actually looks more like she has the blight than the actual guy with the blight.
I think it actually is a blight texture, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right. I don't know though, because the blight texture has like these sores on it.
I think you might be right there.
But still, like, I don't know what this texture's for.
Oh, also I forgot that Bethany was OP as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh, we also, so I didn't actually add any new mods because we were like in the middle of like a scene. I thought it would be weird if suddenly she just pulled a new outfit out of her ass. Also, I'm running out of mods. There's only so many crazy mods for Dragon Age 2 at least. So we still have Carver with us. That's the thing. Do you use Windows or iOS? I both. My editing computer is a Mac, and then I know I have two PCs. Look at me, but my gaming computer is a Windows.
Well, your gaming computer is a Windows because you're not crazy.
Well, yeah. Even when I did try to like dual boot the Mac into doing stuff, and that worked okay. Like, actually, a lot of my I only got the gaming computer in like the channel was like it was when I graduated. Actually, it was really close to the Sol. I don't know why, but the Solus video is like the marker for me. So whatever date I did the Solus video was around the time I was getting parts for my new computer.
Gotcha.
Everything previous to that, everything was recorded on a Mac being dual booted, which is why the quality isn't the best.
Okay.
So, yeah. Versace is going to scale one to firm. Oh my god, yes! She's a lizard person. Oh god. Will Bethany's baby contract the blight down here, or she join the ward and she's the only pregnant ward? She's not pregnant, guys. She's just fat. She's not
First of all, everybody, I'm laughing at the delivery. That's more. That was good delivery.
What Windows do I have? That is a very good question.
Windows 10, I'm sure.
I think so. Yeah, it's been. How can you tell? I'm still not very. I grew up on Macs and had Macs for most of my life, so I'm still kind of new to the Windows thing.
My computer, right-click properties.
Right-click properties. Okay.
Why is everybody whispering?
You should get the screen that shows you your processor, your RAM, what Windows version you're on. There's multiple ways to get it.
Okay. Okay. Windows 10. Yeah. And now we learn that Caitie's not great with computers. Here's a fun story that I guess is rare for some people. My mom is actually really good with computers, just because she likes learning about things. So she like went through a phase where she just wanted to learn a lot about computers. So like, especially growing up, like my mom could like spin circles around me with computer wise. So like if I had tech help, I'm like, Mom, come help me.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's like the reverse of what most people are probably used to.
Yeah, it was kind of nice growing up. I think she's kind of slowing down a little bit because she has other things she wants to do. But like I've never had to ever do tech help. She's always done it herself, which is so nice because like Michael does tech help with his family and the horror stories he has. Gil, thought you were going out of town. I am pretty soon, but not today. So, I'll be able to stream Tuesday, and then I should be gone after that. So I still have had to do a lot of prep work, and because I want to at least keep the videos running. Also, it's my anniversary this week, so hey, yay!
Oh, congratulations!
Look at me go.
How many years again?
5.
Oh, congratulations to you both. That's great.
Yeah, we got married really young. That's okay though.
Well, not. I mean, young by today's standards, right? But not young by like long-term standards or long-term, but what it used to be.
Yeah, I was 22, which like by previous standards is actually pretty average.
Yeah. It's so weird. I mean, what do you think about that? I used to be sort of like along the lines of, well, if people are having kids when they're older, they're more mature, they're more ready to raise children, they might be more ready to navigate their children's adolescent years. But then I've also seen some literature, I haven't looked at it thoroughly, I can't cite it properly, but I know there's some studies that have been out there talking about how, what was it again? Younger parents, maybe, how do I describe this? that maybe the older parents thing isn't quite as good. Like if you don't necessarily want someone who is, good Lord, Caitie, I am butchering the explanation of the idea I'm trying to describe. God dang it, I can't remember. I'm trying to remember where the study was from as well. But in any event, do you have any thoughts, positive, negative, on people waiting to get married when they're older?
Well, marriage is weird because I think it also depends on the person. Like, you know how there's some people afraid of commitment? I'm the opposite of that.
You're just like, give me that commitment.
Give me that commitment. And like Michael is too, thankfully. So like,
Yeah.
he proposed to me in our junior year of college, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like we, you know, I don't know. It's just so natural, and it's for us. Like I think we were even ready to get married younger than that. We were just really, I don't know. We clicked really well, and that's just who we are. But there's other people where like they've been dating for years, and you're like just as long or even longer than we have, and that's just not something they want to do. So I guess it depends on the person. I don't. Now there are some people like that have gotten divorces and or seen divorces and like so they want to be more hesitant. But like I think if you're really comfortable with your partner, like it just seems like such a natural step for me. At least it was. So I don't know. I see a lot of people be afraid of it. Like it's going to change the relationship, but I don't think it's ever changed Michael or I. It just was like we're dating, but now I have his last name. You know, it just always felt the same for me. So,
Okay.
if anything, people took us more seriously, which I think is what we wanted. Because I don't know, from pretty early on in a relationship, we both felt like boyfriend and girlfriend, and like fiance didn't seem like to express what we felt about each other. And I feel like husband and wife are better. So I guess we went with that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like that's how I felt.
The sentiment that I was trying to express was that for some of the studies that I've seen, older parents tend to spend more time with their kids, but that they found that if younger parents maybe spent slightly less time with the kids, it still had a benefit of them maybe developing more autonomy, right? Less like helicopter parenting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an equal study to show the opposite of that in some way, but
yeah, I've also heard like it's better to have kids younger. Well, there's the medical issue, like it women are like it's recommended that women have their first child before 30 because it's better for their bodies. That's a whole other issue. But like I hear when you have babies younger, it's like you have more energy to like stay up for 3 nights because the baby won't stop crying, you know, versus in your 30s. It's a little much, you know what I mean?
right,
So.
you're a little bit more resilient against lack of sleep in your 20s.
Like when I was in my 20s, I could like stay up on like pull an all-nighter for study. Like I did that all the time. Like, oh no, my 8 a.m. class has a test and I'm really nervous for it. I'm just gonna stay up all night studying, drink the NAS, ace the test. Like I've done that more than once.
Drink the NAS.
Or whatever it is.
That was a thing back then. It really was.
Yeah. There was the horror story of the last time I had an energy drink. Because it's like a lot of caffeine. I would sometimes get the shakes, you know, because I was probably
yeah.
a little bit of an overdose. And I side note, I love like pens and like pencils, and I have like a huge collection in like a huge box. So when I'm like writing out notes and studying, I like switch out pens. So as I'm studying super late at night, I'm switching out pens, and I was like my hands are shaking and I'm like really spastic, and I accidentally knock over my like great bright purple energy drink right into my box of pens. So like it was just this mass of sticky mess for the longest time. I actually had to go in there, and I did it too because I like collecting these things. Like I had to go in there with like a bunch of like baby wipes and just take apart every pen and pencil and like wipe down all the insides because it was just covered in like gross sticky mess. It was the worst. So anyway, that was that was one of my college memories.
There are a lot of fucking spiders right now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My mom had me at 39. Now, were you her first child? Because there's some evidence that like it like into mid 30s and early 40s, there's like a higher risk of autism and a whole bunch of birth defects if it's your first child. If it's like you're not your first child, there's like some wiggle room there. But...
I was also reluctant to mention that. The one study that I saw referenced it that it was specifically related to the age of the father. I thought was interesting. that it has to do more with older fathers specifically, I thought. And again, I think the general idea of that study was like, this is a preliminary thing, needs more research.
Yeah, I'm her first and only child. I also had no birth defects. Well, good for you. Your mom's very healthy then.
All right, well, we're going to find Corypheus. That's a video game related thing that we could eventually talk about.
Oh right, yeah, we got into pregnancy.
I like how we started off the video too, talking about healing crystals. Like at this point, I don't know if we've just like conceded to the fact that we end up talking about any kind of bullshit on these streams, but that's what tends to happen.
Odd topic to come into the stream. And, you know, that's not even that. Honestly, that's not even the weirdest topic we've had on the stream. We had like a whole conversation about the actor for Barney having a strange sex life.
Yeah, that's not. You ain't kidding.
Like, I know it's supposed to look bad, but whatever mod like made everything black is just
it's not great. Yeah.
You can't. Sometimes I just look at these mods and be like, why did you do this? Now, I do think this is supposed to be a mod that's for lore purposes and not taken like super seriously. It was just kind of like, oh, it's black like how it's supposed to be, yuck yuck. But like, I don't. It's not good to use.
Yeah, it's rough.
So Kristen says, sometimes I forget we're even playing Dragon Age 2. This is something that's been on my mind recently. Well, I feel like when we were playing Tamar, we paid attention more. Would you agree with that? Like, I feel like I was more invested to the story of Tamar than I am with Versace.
I can't.
I agree with that. I agree, but it's very interesting, right? Because you are also doing a serious Dragon Age 2 stream at the same time. And when I watch that, I go, God, Dragon Age 2 is a really good game.
I will not.
Well, because probably, like, the best part of Dragon Age 2 is that, God, fucking Anders, sorry. Why does he have a claw hand? Okay, the story's the best part of Dragon Age 2, where I feel like Inquisition at least has some battles.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
Are we gonna... I mean, we have to kill Anders.
Yeah, I had to tell him to simmer down, and now...
Yeah. God, these outfits.
Oh, shit! Versace almost one-shotted him! God damn! He got bitch-slapped all the way back. Yeah, this upgraded dagger that you got is absolutely bananas.
Thank you. I guess they're right.
Our Shade's
You
demon,
never
yes.
can leave the Wardens. I hope I can hold against him. Against them both.
Let's just try not to do that again. Bianca hates being turned on her friends.
So something I've been thinking of. I think I've brought this up before, but we're getting closer to the time now, so I want to bring it up again. When we do Dragon Age Origins, I know we talked about doing a basketball player. I'll be honest, I already forgot who. As the protagonist for Origins, but I feel like if not that we're gonna like ever do anything with it, but I feel like we're gonna come into some issues if we do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of want to create like our own person.
Are you saying like LeBron might get mad at us?
Yeah, I don't think he actually will, and I think we could do it and be just fine. But I feel like if for whatever reason, if we want to future-proof this, because we're gonna be so big and famous and have 10 subscribers one day, we're gonna maybe we should have our own character.
That's probably a good idea, right?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
To which should I just make the most fucked up face I can and the tool creator, or should I have like some semblance of reality? Because like with the tool set, you can go bonkers, like absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, no, I think you should, as far as whether or not you should use the tool set, yeah, I mean, why not? Totally. I'm trying to think of like from the character standpoint. Versace was this really interesting segue in that we found a way to connect her to Tamar. Like the idea that she was the aging pop star. That was such a great moment when we discovered that. Like we instantly knew that that was the right way to go.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out like, well, what's the are we doing like are we doing Amel Warden, like cousin Amel? Are we doing that connection? How are we?
Like, maybe at the same time, that's not the world state we're currently using. So, like, we haven't heard anything about a cousin Amel, so that might break it because, you know, everyone.
Oh, right.
So I guess it almost makes out both a Dalish Warden because we didn't do Mahariel and an Amel, a human mage.
I mean, Human Noble probably gives us the best background for total assholeriness, right?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to use the Human Commoner mod that I heard was available, so I'm thinking of doing a custom origin even.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I knew that was a thing at one point, but I don't know if they abandoned that project or not, or even if it's usable, so don't quote me on using that mod. But... like, actually, yeah, and I want to see if that's even a thing. That's out now. Yeah, Human Commoner Origin Revived. It is on the Nexus. But what does it So at least looking at the mod, they have a map, and they have a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know if it's like, it has a story to it, or if there's anything. I might have to download this and just check to see what it is. I don't know if you can actually play it. I don't know if there's characters, you know?
It would be cool if there was. I mean, that's a really good idea.
My hope is that we download this and there's some not great voice acting.
Oh boy.
Oh, there is an image of a character made for this having lines, but his mouth isn't opening, so I don't know if they just have plain text and there's no vocal options. Because that would be the true tragedy.
I mean, we could always try and do the voices.
I mean, we could. At the same time, I really want to have, like, custom voice actions that's not the best.
Uh-huh.
What about Dwarf Noble? That's also an option. I know we want to play male, and after that, I'm kind of open. City Elf is way too heavy, bro. Yeah, I think I would also stay away from City Elf because, like, we want to make terrible decisions, and let's be honest, I don't think I can. We can.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hand off selling Shiani. That's not.
I don't know.
That's a bit much. That's not fun. You know, like we can kind of like yuck about Fenris because it's just.
Sure.
It's almost like. It's bad, but there's a bit that you could make fun of it a bit. There's no yucks in Shiani, so
that's a rough way to start, you know.
Yeah, that's a little bit much for me. The Human Warden should be a scene metal kid who is anti-mainstream pop music. That would be the reason why we never heard of Versace or Tamar. Oh my god! So it's like a rocker.
Interesting.
That's not a bad idea. Honestly.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sold 100% on the knit, but I might warm up to that idea.
Now I will also say that because this game came out in like, you know, early 2010s, 20 teens, I don't know what you call them. There is some very emo mods. Like we could probably pull off an emo
right
pretty well, like almost exact. So emo might be a good place to start.
I think whatever, there should be plenty of mods to do lots of different fun directions. I wish I could say like let's make him a SoundCloud rapper, but that's too like that's too modern day. I think you might be thinking the right direction by going in that time period.
Now here's another question, because Alana says I'm gonna yell dwarf until a decision is made. Okay. Now so far we have a Canary and a human. We totally could have each game have a different I'm gonna say gender, but that's not the word I want. Race. So we could have a dwarf and then do an elf in Dragon Age 4, or even vice versa, have an elf origins and do a dwarf in Dragon Age 4.
You're right. You are 100% right. I am liking this idea quite a lot, actually.
Okay, so then should we do a dwarf? I honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards dwarf. What do you think?
I'm leaning towards dwarf too. We just have to try and figure out like what's the character.
Mm-hmm.
That idea about the rocker, the anti-mainstream, it might be a good one.
Mm-hmm. I like how this started as, man, we don't pay attention to Dragon Age 2. Let's talk about Dragon Age.
Oh, poor Dragon Age 2.
Oh god.
You know what's weird is we said that this was the best in our recent Dragon Age franchise DLC episode. We're like, man, Legacy, man, you gotta play Legacy, right? That's the best DLC.
I mean, it is.
It is. We're just like talking all the way through it.
Now we did say it wasn't the best Dragon Age DLC. We said it was the best Dragon Age 2 DLC, which I think is a huge difference.
Correct. Yes.
Just try to make him/her look pretty and less pretty looking. I don't know what that means. Would you do commoner or noble? Well, here's the thing. Just because we pick a dwarf doesn't mean we can't do any of the other origins.
Oh, you're right.
So we can still choose the human noble, but play a dwarf. That is something that's very easily done. I could probably still play a dwarf and do the human commoner origin.
Oh shit! Could he be like Tyrion?
Oh, maybe like it's not. It's like a. It's not a fantasy dwarf. It's a little person.
He could be like Tyrion. He could. Then he's like got a real attitude about it because his father never took him seriously.
Maybe he's actually an adopted dwarf kid, but none of the human commoners know what a dwarf is. So he was just like, man, this short kid.
Oh, you know what? I think that has to be it, right? Like he is just like an angry sort of. He's like a trust fund kid, but like that might be it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
And he's not a musician. I think we've done that twice. I think there's something about that anti-mainstream idea with the rocker where like the warden should be totally different from Versace and from Tamar.
Well, I would almost argue that Tamar was very solidly a pop star. I think Versace kind of blends into the fashion a little bit.
I agree.
Like she definitely she had a music career, but I think there was an element of like trying to do her own fashion line. I don't think it caught off, but I think she tried it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So Versace has a passion for fashion. Tamar has that pop music going on. So then we got to think of some weird, I don't know,
You must be ready.
interpretive dance. Well, I don't know what she's saying. Actually, we say interpretive dance, an emo interpretive dance guy, and then I download the Dragon Age Origins monk mod that uses all like physical attacks with like punching and shit.
Okay.
It's in like this. I think there's like flips and stuff. So it's like interpretive dance the guy to death. That's my envision.
Oh boy.
Breakdancer. Perfect. Maybe that's over.
Jess B in the chat asks, is he still going to be LeBron James? No, we have
Well, maybe his name is LeBron James. He's just nothing like it just happens to be LeBron James, but it's not him.
Oh god. LeBron is some like obscure region in Thetis that no one knows about, and his name is just James.
I am James from LeBron. I think the monk is for a mage only, though. Well, we'll figure it out. I'll cheat my way into this.
They listen to Corypheus. They want to bring him the light. Stop them.
Mage dwarf with human origins. We could do it. Like it's. I think we could do that. James LeBron.
The prison's breaking down.
Too. But it's oh yeah, we're gonna have to choose. between
You-
Janica and
you
Larias
have the
here
key.
pretty soon.
And you've come through the sewers.
Somebody's missing
But
some
how?
fucking clothes.
Yeah, there we go. That's a sexy
Are
mod.
you the one? The same Hawk, child of Malcolm?
Oh my god, she
The
has
Carter said
Bethany's
they were
chubby
close.
mod
You
too!
must be
It's the
I'm Janica. I lead this unit of Grey Wardens.
Why are the wardens so interested in my father?
Woo!
Without Malcolm,
All right.
they would have
God damn, let me
done.
tell you something. Janica got the energy right, okay? Woo! I guess this is the, You know what? Nobody can tell her. She's living her best life, okay?
She's living her best life. No, eating what she wants and having no pants. That's...
Body positivity all the way, people.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm dying.
Let me guess. It had something.
So
to
all
do
mages
with
are
this
fat
fancy
slash
thing?
pregnant and
The
Corypheus
Grey
has some
Wardens built
explaining.
this prison to contain one of the most
We have to
powerful
side with Janica.
darkspawn
We are
ever
siding with
encountered.
Janica. I need to see
But
more
even
of
the
her.
best magic fades.
Oh,
The
my
wardens
God.
need to reinforce
Oh,
the
fuck
seal.
Larias. We're all
This
for
requires
Janica.
the blood of a
Oh my
mage
god, this side
untainted
view is
by
fucking killing
warden
me.
training. The last to
Oh
perform the
god.
ritual was your father.
That's why the Carter came after me.
We need your help, Hawk.
I had no
I've done
idea it would
extensive
mix with
research
the
on
the
this
chubby
darkspawn,
mod.
It's
and I
just,
believe the
just those
original
happy
wardens were
accidents.
wrong. He isn't a threat to humanity.
This is what I look
He's
forward
our
to,
greatest
seeing how the mod.
opportunity. A darkspawn who can talk, feel, reason.
Corypheus cares nothing for blight.
Oh
He
god,
used
I love
you.
this so much. It looks so
Warden
weird.
Commander.
Don't listen to this creature. He's not a darkspawn himself. I know how to harness.
Oh, fuck off,
Corypheus.
Larias. We are.
Use his magic to end the blights.
No. The wardens knew. Corypheus is too powerful.
Don't do it, Hawk.
I suddenly
Warden
had the
Commander made a deal with one of
horror
these.
of not knowing
still don't know the
if this mod
consequences.
includes underwear or
Worth
not.
the
So
risk.
please don't
If
try
he
to look
doesn't
under
help,
her
it's one
vagina.
more
We,
big dark
we
spot
might
in
see a
the
vagina.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to do that ever.
I would have considered this,
Yeah,
done the
no, I've
research.
definitely like had mods
that he
like
was
even
right.
downloaded and like booted it up to make sure it looked all right and realized that there was a very like realistic,
For you.
you know, as far as the best you could do, like picture of
You
vagina where it
must help
vagina should be. So
I
feel like-
just, real quick in the chat, I just got to call out Matthias saying, is it just me or does she look better? I mean, look, you know what? Some people like The Last Jedi. Some people think that this looks good. I don't know. Everybody has.
you just want to have an opportunity to shit on Matthias.
Everybody has their own preferences, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh, why would Corypheus help? Can you trust Corypheus? Yeah, let's talk about Corypheus a little bit.
Why would this darkspawn want to end
Yeah.
the blights?
Let's figure out who he is.
He's no.
Although we do have to
mindless
stare more
monster.
at her face.
This
Oh my
search for
god.
the old gods comes at a terrible
Like, what is the
cost to
purpose
his
of this
people.
face
This
texture?
sounds very familiar.
He tricked
Oh,
you.
Versace's?
These are not
Yeah.
your thoughts.
I don't know, just to
He's
frighten
calling.
people.
How many of them died in Ferelden alone? And that was the least of the blights.
How could you trust any deal this darkspawn makes with you?
Do not think
Does
me
Versace
foolish.
also have a unibrow?
I'm making no deal. I have a
No.
spell which can
Almost.
control Corypheus.
I mean,
Bind
I
him to
think it's
my
just
will.
because her eyebrows are
He will
close
be a
together
new
and not so
important
much that
weapon in the war on the blights.
know.
No more, no
she has a
less.
unibrow.
Are you talking about using blood magic?
Everything that was done to him was through the power
The purpose
of
of the
blood.
skin texture is
The
to make the
wardens
chat
imprisoned
happy.
Corypheus before the
Okay,
chantry
I mean,
banned such magic.
True.
It is the only way to hold him.
They never bound him. Only the walls. He cannot be held.
All right, Janica, you're right.
Yeah.
Elias is a madman. Let's use every weapon we have against the blight.
No. Would you destroy us all?
When you're right, you're right.
Do you turn on me, Durston? Alec? Roland?
He's a madman. Look at him.
Who do you serve?
I'm much better looking than him.
You bastards. With me, Hawk. We must beat them to the seal.
Now, why is that one of that, like... There's 3 guys behind her, and one of them has, like, brown armor? What's up with that? Like, her armor's kind of brown looking, too. I generally don't know why that is.
Yeah, me neither. I think at this point it's just one of those. There's just too many mods in this game at this point.
Just like the title of the series, because I never came up with a better one. Oh my god, we got Varric friendship. How did we get Varric friendship from siding with Janica? Varric. My boy.
Janica and the Hawk together?
Stop gawking, fool.
Versace transformation
Leviathan
is like
and
in
those
Fable
traitor
2, where if
wardens
you
are
play
on
a
their way
bad
to kill
character, you get
Corypheus.
big ugly.
Go down the other passage and
That's
deal
very
with them.
true.
I want
Yeah,
them
actually.
dead.
Yes, Janica.
Alana says Varric has a prego fetish.
Oh no.
This is Larius's doing. I'll deal with it. Go.
Yes, Janica.
Maybe. Oh god. Why is okay? We've had a weird pregnancy theme
Why are
because
the Caitie
Tamar
on your side?
had that one
I
awful
needed their
texture,
strength and their numbers to
and
release Corypheus.
now they're saying Bethany's
I led
pregnant,
them
even
to
though
him.
that one's technically just
Showed them
fat.
where to dig.
So, who's gonna be
You're
pregnant
behind the
in?
attacks on my
Oh,
family.
oh, fuck! It's Morrigan.
I hope you can
There's gonna be
forgive
someone
me.
pregnant every fucking
Had I known
game.
you
Is there a
in this
pregnant
series.
Morrigan
I
mod?
would never have done it.
No, well, no, but like you can actually get Morrigan pregnant. Like in the story, she's actually pregnant.
Well, yeah, but I mean, saying, is there a pregnant Morrigan? Surely there is, right?
Oh my god, is there? Oh god, now you're making me Google this. You got me curious.
Oh, come on, fingers crossed, please.
Okay, pregnant Morrigan mod.
They failed at almost every task you set them
Well, there's
to.
a
True.
this.
I should
This
have
is
known
a drawing.
better than to use simple thugs.
Oh
I
fuck!
won't
I
make
accidentally
the same
closed out of my
mistake
tab.
twice.
Undo close tab.
Now I have you.
I'm not
I no
immediately
longer
seeing
need
one.
them.
There is a decent question: if Morrigan were to shapeshift during her pregnancy, what would happen to the baby?
You said you needed my help.
Good question.
Are you using me like you used?
Okay, I
the
have
dwarves?
some like weird fetish.
You're so
I'm
much
assuming
more
they're
important
fetish
than they are.
images of
It is your
her being
blood
pregnant,
that
but
binds
I'm not
Corypheus.
seeing it in a mod immediately. Which I'm
If Larius
surprised.
dies, does
But I
this
guess like in the
barrier
game,
dissipate?
she never
Unlikely, but it will stop him from turning more of
is
the prison's
pregnant. You know,
defenses
like you.
against
Well, I
us.
guess like at the very end of the
Larius
game, like
wishes to
it's
bar
very
my
early
way.
stages, and then
We'll see about
when you see her in
that.
Witch Hunt, she's already had the kid.
Alex in the chat says, please tell me Katie's using incognito mode for this. Nah, bro, she's at the library. She's actually right now. She's using the church computer. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, the Sunday school's right behind me. Hey, kids. Now I am seeing a bunch of anime Morrigan mods. This isn't like a stereotypical maid outfit, but it looks like it could be for Morrigan. Amy outfit. I think I vaguely know who this character is. I think it's Amy from Soul Calibur. I think. Man, God, I forgot how wild Dragon Age Origins mods are gonna be. Oh man, we're gonna have
Destroying
a
it will take
time.
too much time.
Oh
But I
no.
can affect the flow of magic through the barriers. Let's
God,
continue.
look at all this. Now, sorry, now you just got me looking at terrible Dragon Age Origins mods. Oh, it's gonna. If Dragon Age Origins doesn't crash, we should have like a party because I would have pulled off something amazing.
My spell only seems to work on one piece at a time. It will just have to do.
Maid Cafe, Dragon Age Origins, do it. Oh God. I hope Michael doesn't check her search history. Michael knows my sins. If anything else, Michael knows more sins than y'all. Oh God. Hey kids, want to see Prego Anime Morrigan? That's kind of where we're going. Oh God. Is there a pregnant hawk mod? No. I have not seen one. The only editor, anything that edits like the body of a hawk that I've seen, like the actual mesh of it, is one to just give her bigger boobs because of course there is.
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
Yeah. Oh, there's also like various ones, like there's also like what we're wearing now. It like makes bigger boobs and gives them nipples, and there's obviously the ones for high heels. But after that, like I haven't seen anything that does anything drastic to the body. There may not be a mod, but there's probably fanfic. I have definitely seen, for some reason, like, if Hawk being pregnant with Fenris's baby is popular. I have definitely stumbled upon shit like that.
This is like deja vu. We talked about this exact thing before, right?
Did we really?
Yeah.
I have no memory of that. Not that you're wrong, because I have a terrible memory, but now I'm just horrified that this has come up twice. Shit.
I think I'm pretty sure it has, yeah.
Oh no.
This one is down. Let's move on.
There is a younger Alistair mod that gives him an actual baby face if he wanted to keep a list of stuff to use. Oh goodness.
Done.
Yeah, if there's, I will literally go through everything on the Nexus. So if it's on the Nexus, I will
This won't
probably
give us
see
any
it.
more trouble.
But if there's anything you guys have seen from Tumblr or something else weirder of a mod you want me to use, do throw it at me, because like I will look in. Or because it's actually very easy to mod Dragon Age Origins. If you want to learn how to mod, or you already know how, and you want to throw at me like something from Nightmares, please feel free to do that too. Oh my god, Caitie, you need to get the DA2 mod that swaps male and female walk types, please.
No
There is actually a
further.
reason we don't have that. Fun
If
facts.
you really
It
think you can stop
apparently
me,
heavily
I will
conflicts
reach Corypheus,
with
and I will harness his power.
if you it's like something weird, like because we changed Fenris and Meryl into humans, now the game will crash if you like load up the walking mod or something like that. I'm probably wrong, but like you can't use both of those at the same time.
Interesting.
So I decided to use the humans rather than the walking mod.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, I think it's something like because the walking mod assumes that Fenris and Meryl are elves, that when that conflicts with each other, the game gets upset and poops itself. So, the Larias just selling golems. Yes, I think you have to fight these no matter what, right? Or am I? Oh no! If you pick Larias, this is a maze. They need the glowing warden eyes mod. What is more extra and edgy than glowing eyes? That might be a thing. Probably. There actually is a hawk one, but it only works with mages, so I was like, that's not worth it. Guess we don't have a mage. Yeah, you just solve a pipe puzzle here with Lyris. Yeah. Is there a special summon bone spell? Unless you mod it, probably not. I hate this battle because, like, I hate these, like, you can only attack this thing during this time. Like, it's a bunch of...
Yeah, it's not great.
I hate it. I'm glad they never did this again.
Also, golems are just, I mean, obviously they're going to be a bit HP sponges, which I get the reasons for that, lore, etc., but it's still annoying.
Yeah. We also need awesome Sten mods. I will say I already have the Sten mod in mind, and I'll leave it at that. If you know anything about the horrors of a Nexus, you probably know what I've already picked.
Heck was that? Was that Carver? Somebody was breathing heavy. I know you can't hear that, but it was like really heavy breathing.
Really? Oh god. I mean, you don't even have Carver up, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, so maybe that was Carver. Are there golems in Dragon Age Inquisition? I don't think there is there? I don't think you ever fight a golem, no. You
Yeah,
probably
you're right.
just didn't have the time to animate one. Good. Carver nutted. God, guys.
Okay.
Ah, Jesus.
Sometimes I really do have this moment of like the ability to sort of speak to why the fuck we do this. It's thin, even contextualized. Out of context, there's no defending this. Do you know what I mean? If somebody just takes a clip,
And here it is.
someone who knows me like casually but doesn't know me well, there's this video, there's this bizarre woman who looks like a demon who's wearing this ridiculous outfit which has, I'm not kidding, nipple textures. And it's just like, and I'm talking about the guy who used to be in the Barney suit and his weird sex life, and I'm like, no, it's like this really niche thing. Like, it's got 3,000 subscribers to the channel, and like trying to make it sound legitimate, and just watching a person go, no, you're just a weirdo. Why do you do this?
What does your girlfriend say about it? I've always wanted to know.
She thinks it's funny. I mean, she listens to pieces of it. Like, she's watched some of the best ofs and things like that. She thinks it's funny. Like, she really laughs at some of it.
Oh, she's a brave woman.
She and I have a very similar sense of humor, so she's not at all. Yeah, she's not offended by anything really.
You can't stop me,
Oh boy,
Larias.
this is one of the most annoying boss fights probably in Dragon Age,
With
but I also
Corypheus'
find it
power,
kind of
we
fun.
can end
so
the
good luck.
blights forever.
Hawk, you must listen.
Yeah, this fight
Jenica
sucks,
is
to be quite
blind
honest.
to the truth.
It
Corypheus
kind
is
of
using
it was my
her.
guilty pleasure. I thought it was kind of fun. I don't know. I will not defend it though. I'll say that.
All right, time to slap Laura.
One step closer and you're dead.
Better to die than live with Corypheus free. Warnings.
God, Janica. Oh, he's well, his sword is piss yellow because it's a Templar sword, but I still don't know why that one guy's armor is brown.
Oh, that worked so well. I used Pull of the Abyss, and I put a Glyph of Paralysis with Anders behind it, kind of.
Nice.
They all just got sucked in there. Ah, synergy. I love it.
Corypheus is a harder boss fight here than Dragon Age Inquisition with his own army. I mean, a little bit. I don't know. Here's the thing. I didn't find this super hard at the same time. It's not like Corypheus is hard in Dragon Age Inquisition. So I can see the difference. Oh my god.
Dang, these people got absolutely stomped.
Yeah, really. Not if you could do that with Corypheus.
Yeah, if there wasn't all that flame bullshit happening, though.
Yeah, well, don't
The
forget the
sleeps now,
flame bullshit
but
and
not
the
for long.
ice bullshit,
The
and
last
the
of the
rock and the
prison's
electric
magic still
bullshit.
holds
Like,
it.
it's gonna.
I'm concerned that I'm actually going to die a few times, because in the times when I've played it, it's so goddamn frustrating.
Free him now so we can take him while
I wish
he's
you
weak.
luck. Fun fact here: the voice of Corypheus in Dragon Age 2 and the voice of Corypheus in Inquisition is actually the same person.
That is so crazy. Every time you tell me that, I go, no way.
Which I absolutely love, because that means it's just Corypheus. After he got out, he realized his voice sounded stupid as hell. He's like, I have to pretend to be a big manly man so everyone thinks I'm cool.
I have seen the throne of the gods, and it is... It's like, hey, bro, you didn't sound like that last time. Yes, I did. What are you talking about?
Like, Hawk comes back and it's like, oh no, she knows. She knows who I really was.
I didn't know she would be here. I thought this was a new protagonist.
Ugh. That's why I have to leave Hawk in the Fade, otherwise Corypheus gets really upset.
Also, it's going to be Bethany right down to the end, because I always feel that trying to keep everyone alive just never works.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
Oh, I just went the wrong direction. Don't worry about me.
Like, what the fuck? Are
Being
you stalling
confused.
for time because you just really don't want to do this, or? Oh goodness.
That seems to have
This is a legacy of Versace. Plays exclusively as Bethany. I mean, technically both can do it, so.
I mean, yeah, it's the Hawk legacy.
Stop coming after
Yeah.
us unless we do this.
Actually, that'd be kind of interesting, like, if they made it a choice between you and your sibling to do this, so, like, you don't feel bad about,
Something is
awakening Corypheus, because it was technically your sibling. That could be a thing.
All right, go Corey, come on. God damn, Versace is ugly. If I was Corypheus, I would just stay in there.
Like, he gets out and goes, oh shit! And then,
Like, I'm going back in.
oh god. Are her nails red?
He emerges. I will bind
God, the high
him.
heels.
Oh, shit.
Janica! I'm gonna miss Janica. She's so good. Oh my god.
Why seem their roads so empty? You.
What if Corypheus still, like, I mean, accent aside, but, like, he still talked in this, like, weird archaic way. What if he still did that?
Dumart.
He's still. I mean, I like Corypheus as a protagonist, quite honestly, so much. Or as much as we all make fun of him, he really does make sense. Did I say protagonist? I meant antagonist.
Are you not citizens of the Empire?
And as much as we kind of make, I guess we're making fun of this voice. Neither one is bad. This one's a little weird, but if they had just stuck with it, I mean, it wouldn't have been terrible.
To any Magister of Tevinter, on your knees, all of you.
He sounds like an old man calling life alerts.
Spreading the deep roads, spreading
Oh,
the
God.
blight. Does this ring a bell?
I mean, maybe you can read this as, because technically Tavine's its own language, so, and they're speaking the King's tongue, quote unquote. So maybe, it's, you know, King's tongue is second language, so he's not actually very good at it. So this is what it sounds like, and the sentence structure makes more sense in Tavine.
Tell me, what waking
That's how I'll choose to read it,
dream
even though that's
is
probably not the case. And they just want to be like, we're gonna make this guy sound old English because that's interesting, right?
Well, now he really is calling life alert. He's calling out to Dumont.
Oh shit! Actually, yeah.
I have fallen and I cannot get up. Dumont, Lord, help me. Dumont, I am paying the 1999 service fee. Dumont, come on. God damn it, Dumont.
I am pressing the button around my neck, Dumont. Where are you?
I saw the commercial and I believe that this would work.
I'm going to have to get my jitterbug phone out.
The Magisters who violated the nation's sacred space. They became the first dogs. His kind brought the down on all of
The
us.
fucking jitterbug. You know what? I bow down to you on that one. The fucking jitterbug.
It's a story.
That is such a great pull.
There's some people who's not gonna get that, by the way.
I like it because the buttons are so big.
My fingers are quite large, you see. It's kind of hard to see the phone from there. If you don't know what the jitterbug was, for people who didn't live in the U.S., it was this phone specifically for old people that, like, we could program in numbers and specifically had big buttons for home, help, and, like, a third one or something. But anyway, 1-800 old gods, 100
And it had a song too, right? It had a jingle.
Yeah, jitterbug, I just remember the jitterbug part, to be honest.
Jitterbug, jitterbug, killing Thetis.
Oh god. No, it was this infomercial that would play all the time on TV, and like talking about old people couldn't work phones. Oh lordy.
Oh my.
Uh,
I feel so bad if the person who did the voice for Corypheus ever listens to this.
Well, here's the thing: we make fun of him now, but he fucking killed it in Inquisition. So it's
No,
not like...
look, I made almost a whole video talking about how fucking ridiculous and awesome that voice is in that opening scene. It is no joke. It puts the fear of, I guess, the fear of a pseudo god in you when you hear that goddamn voice.
Yeah, so like, if anything, like he shouldn't be afraid of it. He's
got
angry
range.
about it. It's the director that, you know, whatever did the voice thing. Like, yeah, we want to make him sound like an old German guy. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, he's got range. He can do it all.
Unless Corypheus is for real, everyone who knows what
Anyway,
happened
let's
is long
defeat
dead.
this guy.
You don't think it's a little convenient? What does every sane man and woman in Thedas fear? The blights. Why not pin those on mages too?
Do they not make this anymore? Because my dad keeps getting androids and he doesn't know what a lock screen is. I don't know. That's a good question, dude. Do people still make jitterbugs, or did that go under? I have not seen those commercials in a while.
Whispering in
know.
my mind.
Do you think that they've tried to update it? Like they just have like a jitter pad now. It's still basically the same idea. It just kind of looks rectangular and it looks like a phone, but it still has big old buttons on it.
I will say I can still buy a jitterbug flip for $100. It does not look like the one of my youth, though. I will say that.
Interesting.
It is also huge, though. Phones
If
for
you can reach
seniors.
the Black City, who
Oh,
knows
there
what
is a
else capable
Jitterbug
of?
Smart
We need to
2
kill
for
him.
like $150, and it's apparently a smartphone that has
supposed to be golden.
big smart buttons. I don't know how to.
Supposed to be ours.
Ugh, hiccups. I don't quite know what it's
If I
advertising.
cannot leave with you,
But Jitterbug
I
is still a
will
thing.
leave
Fun
through
facts.
you. I seek the light.
I can't imagine that being
The
good,
blood
though. At least the smart one, because I imagine it. If you set up like an Android or a phone, like iPhone, pretty well, you could probably get it to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this has to be running it probably on Android, right?
I don't know what phone this. It's not like it's like an actual phone. I don't. Here's the thing, though. This is definitely a made for seniors website, so it's not like I can get any information about what this actually is.
Right.
Okay, there's a learn more button. Let's see this.
I am now also looking up the goddamn Jitter Smart 2 on my phone. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just
Oh no, we have to play the game. We can't both of us be looking up the jitterbug.
Okay, all right, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, they're not even telling you what, because they're like, look, seniors, we know you don't give a shit. You don't know what the difference is. Just take this phone and we'll give you big buttons.
All right, you know what? I know Corypheus is like just takes forever to kill, but we got a nice little chunk of HP out of him.
Here we go. What I do hate, I think it happens in this one, but I know it happens in other boss fights, where like at one point it wants to do like either a cutscene or like something happens, and so it stops being able to take damage for a little bit. So you can still hit it, but it's not actually registering the damage, and that drives me nuts. I hate that. Vicious in Jitterbug phone trending spiked 100% for some unknown reason. I mean, probably. I can hear about if it's being picked up, but there's been a lot of truck noises outside because I think this is a very like prime moving in, moving out time in the apartment complex I live in.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Oh, which reminds me, just for no reason other than the fact that I'm a person on the internet and I like to complain about things too. Somebody parked in my parking space in my apartment complex. First time that's happened at this complex, and goddamn.
Are we pissed?
Can I just say, like, what kind of fucking miserable cunt parks in another person's parking space? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could be reasonable and kind of logical about this, but no. What kind of horrible human being?
Also, why don't you take a health potion there, my dude? Because you're the only one alive.
I know.
How did you manage that?
I don't know.
You can You don't have to run in the fire. If you stay in the alcove, the fire won't get you.
Yeah, but I was trying to, wait, I think I might have gotten all of them, actually. And now I'm definitely in trouble.
Yeah, Jordan, yeah.
And I can't, the recharge thing is not,
Yeah, it takes a few minutes.
I think I might be able to get, though.
Problem is that you have to do this whole boss fight with just Versache now.
Yes, that is a problem. I've health potion. Nope.
Jordan needs a jitterbug-friendly video game. Oh, goodness. Did you already die?
Yeah,
or?
I died. Yeah, so it's probably for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just people parking in fucking spots is ridiculous. And then they're supposed to be towed. There's supposed to be a way to get them towed even overnight when the office is closed. Nothing happens. You know what I mean? They don't really enforce the parking.
I live in a pretty quiet place, so like we don't have assigned parking, but there's like one parking spot that's like, even though it's not assigned, it's like we always park there. You know what I mean? Like it's basically our assigned spot.
Right.
Whenever someone gets it, I was just like, oh damn, you asshole! How did you not know? There is a code. People are deciding that you need a jitterbug.
Oh, I've decided to run straight into the fire. I don't know why I did that. That was not smart.
You do need a jitterbug then, alright. Why don't you fight the shades and like what is your strategy here, man? Like
to just get all of the pillars first, because I find I have found that has worked well in the past, Caitie.
Well, it's not working now, boy. What do you think you do? You have to get rid of the shades and then go to the next pillar. Otherwise, then you'll run into like what killed you with Versace, and you're just get.
I remember at least one time when I got through this way faster that way, but you know it's not working out so great now.
I mean, yeah, okay. You probably also had like a competently built team.
Well, that's also true. That's also probably true.
You killing me. I want to like go drive down to Texas and like do this for you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say drive down to Texas and take out those assholes who I thought.
Oh no, I'm sorry, but it's the way of the world. You have to experience that at one point to feel that real anger of humanity inside you, and you need that. That's healthy. But I need to end my suffering and do this boss battle for you. Oh God.
What is Varric talking about? Varric's got like a chirp going on, and I'm like, bro, now's not the time.
I think he knows that like this isn't going well.
All right, I think we've only got one more. Oh no, wait, that was it. Okay.
Codex had an end tonight after Jordan and Caitie fight over boss tactics.
Where did Versace die so I can find her?
That is a very good question. I think if you just like hover over her nameplate or whatever, it'll like the game. At least that's what happens in Origins and Inquisition.
Actually, that's right. Regroup will do it for everybody no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't have to aim it.
There she goes. She's alive now. There's a Gerber baby life grow-up plan in the USA, which is life insurance for babies, but parents would kill their kids for insurance money, and it isn't outlawed. That sounds so fake. What do you mean killing your kids for insurance money isn't outlawed? It's outlawed for murder.
Right. What
do you mean that? No, that's no way. Like maybe you're saying that they accidentally wrote the clause of their insurance claim where it didn't write out murder, and I'm sure that got corrected ASAP. And like that maybe that happened once, but no way that it isn't outlawed. Come on now. Caitie isn't fake. I still see the ads, so this game is running. No, like Gerber baby life plans are still a thing. It's just people don't murder their kids for it though to get the insurance claim money. That's not.
Yeah, I don't think that's representative of what happens most of the time.
No.
He's boxing us in. Find a clear path.
All right, this is actually going a lot. Well, we have it on Logan City now, so now it's going pretty.
Caitie isn't. Oh, I think I read that actually. What's up with the whole nightmare maze? To make it challenging. Woo.
Goddamn Corypheus. You fucking cheap bastard.
And the rocks as well.
Now this is where I remember dying. Well, not a whole bunch, but a fair amount because I felt like the games just run through the electricity and not like care. Corey wants an excuse to spin around in high heels some more. That's it. That's the boss fight.
I mean, that's.
Just, I know in Inquisition he has high heels. Does his model have high heels in this version? I don't actually know.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean you can't even tell in Inquisition until you get flight cam up there, tilt your, during the boss battle, tilt it just right, but. How did I just realize that's Anders and not Sebastian? To be fair, when you see bright white anything, you do probably think of Sebastian first. That is an armor designed for Anders, though. I'll say that because it has the little symbol on the back of it. So that's just actually Thetis' version of a medic suit. All doctors have to wear that.
Ah, fuck. Well, we lost a couple people.
Oh, a little bit. Anders is alive? Yes, no?
No, Varric's dead. We'll give him a potion.
You're almost done. Like,
Limp our way to the finish line, yeah.
I think we're gonna get there. We can do it. I have faith in you, Jordan.
I don't, but we'll see what happens.
Yes,
someone tried swapping Orsino's shoes with Corey's, only to find out that Orsino has no feet under that robe. What a weird idea for a mod, but I appreciate that.
You know what else is interesting? Is the Witcher 3 difficulty. I don't think I've enjoyed maybe any hard difficulty level as much as the Death March difficulty level on the Witcher 3. I think it's absolutely perfect.
What is it?
It's just the hardest difficulty level on The Witcher 3, and I just feel like that's the way the combat is meant to be played. And there's very few games like that. I'm not a real fan of like the Souls series and all that, even though I know some people are. Like, I don't like the whole memorize the boss battle and have super perfect reflexes and try and do it that way. Like, that's not my cup of tea for difficulty. I just feel like the enemy AI gets way better in The Witcher 3 on the hardest one, and you legitimately have to fight in a way that I would consider to be like lore friendly, and that the Witcher lore is all about like you have to have constant movement, and you constantly have to like hit and then reposition yourself, hit and then reposition yourself, and that's basically how you have to fight in order to survive. So I just quite like it.
Oh, okay. I still need to replay that game because, like, well, I guess technically played the game because Michael and I played it together, and I let him do most of the work, and then I would play the Siri levels because I thought that was cute for some reason. I don't know, but so I guess I've played all the Siri parts, but I haven't played anything else. I just kind of went through the whole series, and I got really stuck on Witcher 1 because God, I was not having fun with that.
And you never beat that one, right?
Yeah, but it's still kind of in my to-do pile that I'm telling myself I'll get to one day. I hear 2 is better, like Witcher 2 is better, and I'll try it. You know, I don't even know if I have that.
Witcher 2 is better, in air quotes.
Okay.
It's. I think the storyline gets a lot more polished. It starts to have less of the Euro jank, if you are familiar with that term, which is, I mean, more prevalent now. And so that's good. I think the story's more relatable. The voice acting gets better. The combat feels more like a modern combat game.
Mm-hmm.
However, the difficulty spikes are stupid. Normal difficulty has some fights that are ridiculously too hard, but if you put it down to easy, the entire game just gets, like, the enemies are just so dumb, it gets ridiculous. So I found that to be kind of annoying.
Yeah. Maybe just give up on 1 and skip 2. I mean, I guess I hate doing that.
It's weird, like, I like all those games. I can enjoy The Witcher 1, even with all of its flaws and everything, but that series really did not figure it out until The Witcher 3.
Yeah. No, Witcher 3 was really good. And Witcher 1 is kind of a travesty.
I know you haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I kind of feel like Kingdom Come Deliverance, that's why I'm so excited for that studio, is because Kingdom Come Deliverance, no doubt, has a lot of Euro jank, you know what I mean? But I love some of the concepts in their design, like how open the storytelling is and how many different ways you can solve quests. And I think, you know what? With 1 sequel, they'll be a lot more competent. By the time they get to a 3rd game, we might be seeing something as good as The Witcher 3, you know?
Let's face it, Caitie, you did give up on The Witcher 3. No, I just did the video game version of I went to get cigarettes, and I'm definitely coming back. But it's just taking a while to get there.
Oh, man.
I just went to a gas station really far away, you know what I mean? Really far.
Well, The Witcher 1's just going to have a lot of character when they grow up. That's what it is.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
Oh, in the face.
Oh, God, when she... Okay, that needs to be the icon for this episode, and if not, I'm disappointed. But when she like does that like twirling thing, the way the mod is, her like tits are perfectly in the air and silhouetted.
Oh boy.
Like... You couldn't plan that better. Oh my god. It was like she's finally being like her tits feel full of helium. She's finally floating away.
Do we want any of this armor?
I mean, you don't need it, but you could take it if you want. Lord knows you got enough shit in there already, though. One of these days, Caitie's coming back to Witcher 1, pack of cigs and a bottle of milk in hand. For myself, because even though I can't digest lactose, it'll probably be a better experience than playing The Witcher 1.
Who worshipped the god Dumat. Corypheus really was an ancient magister. I always thought the Black City was just a story.
Maybe the Chantry's right about other things too.
In all
I need
honesty,
to
I did
study
think this was a
further.
super interesting part of the lore.
Oh no, yeah, it's really cool. It's actually a really cool moment, especially with Anders here.
Yeah.
But this is like, haha, fart jokes playthrough. So kind of
We're just kind of skipping over all this part.
fucking Carver's like, all right, guys, bye.
We talked about it on the what was it, the Who is the Maker episode, right?
Maybe. What are we? I don't know where you're going with this.
Just the idea that, like, for me, this is when the whole Chantry felt a lot more interesting, because prior to this, it kind of felt.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It felt like an easy grab for an analog to real world religion, because that's just how they wanted to color their world, just like world building background, which is totally fine. I mean, that works. But then when they started to sort of turn it on its ear and say, well, maybe some of this is actually verifiable, how does that change everyone's assumptions about, the Chantry, magic, all this other stuff? I'm like, okay, now you're doing something kind of unique.
Mm-hmm. See, I kind of felt that way with the Temple of Sacred Ashes, where I'm like, oh, maybe this
Similar, yeah.
Andraste person was real.
Yep.
But now I feel like knowing more about this world and magic, I'm like, but was it though? I don't know.
And also, they've gone back and forth, right? I mean, they've retconned a couple
Yeah.
things, so they kind of make it harder to.
Every time Jordan levels up, it's like I feel alive for the first time. Oh god. Has there been a single fart joke? That's a good question. How we made a single fart joke in this?
Good point. I don't think so.
I'm surprised we haven't gone there, because I feel like I've literally done everything else. Like we made Barney has sex jokes. Surely there has to be one somewhere, right?
Fart jokes are not really my thing. I think a fart joke can be funny. But I think it takes a certain type of, you got to really be able to, if you're going to go for a fart joke, it's got to be a funny fucking fart joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's something that's relevant, but also sounds like non sequitur. Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm going to say the premise and then say how the movie was. So it's a movie. A guy is lost on an island or somewhere, and he finds a corpse of a man
I'm so sorry.
who
I
farts a
feel
lot.
like such a fool.
And the movie is
I
the
really
corpse
thought I could
somewhat
do
coming.
it.
The corpse is played
It
by Daniel
never
Radcliffe, by the
entered
way,
my
very
mind
important.
that Corypheus had
And
that thought.
the movie is like the corpse / Daniel Radcliffe kind of coming alive and finding out who he is, but he still farts a whole bunch. And like it's still a very it's actually a very good movie. So it's
I remember the trailer for this.
Yeah, it's weird and odd, but I did enjoy myself. But you don't go into a farting corpse movie and go, yeah, I'm gonna like this. You know what I mean?
Mind control doesn't work.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that in being one of those Daniel Radcliffe
not
trying
have
to be
been
not
so
Harry
weak.
Potter movies, right?
I'll return
Yeah,
to the commander. Report on what happened.
Also, if you
here.
just like Daniel Radcliffe, you
Then
do
it's
see
time for me
Daniel
to take
Radcliffe
the
ass.
long
So
walk.
you're welcome, Harry Potter lovers.
Oh,
Um,
when he points
My
to Gryffindor.
gratitude you have for returning me to myself. I feel like.
oh god.
a
Oh, this is the
whole
last
new
we'll see of
person.
Janica. Bye, Janica.
I said you wouldn't believe me.
Now here's
When
Varric
the
again in
Seekers
his
arrived
ridiculous
at the
armor, which never
structure,
showed up in the
this
actual
prison,
DLC.
it
Yeah, that was
destroyed.
weird. I don't know what
The
happened.
Grey Wardens were there, but they said an entire unit had been
Maybe it
lost.
just doesn't work in Legacy.
They did not mention this Janica. And now you claim the champion was not only there, but defeated a Magister. One of the Magisters of old.
Left there by the wardens themselves.
A curious tale. I wonder if there's more to it.
A small matter.
Oh, we get to see Ghost
A
of our
moment
mom,
for the
right?
last of the family, and an echo. You'll forgive me if I take a liberty or
Yes.
two.
That's the thing. We're in Act 3? Yes?
I
Yes?
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how the past haunts
I'll be
us.
honest, like,
All
I
this
know when we
hardship
started this channel,
is
I'm
of
like,
what
oh,
happened
well,
so
I
many
want to
years
start
ago.
streaming Dragon Age Origins. We might as well
Father
do a
think it
silly
was worth
playthrough of
it.
Dragon Age Inquisition so people don't
He
get
certainly
confused.
knew
And I
it
don't
was
think
too
either of us
shameful to
thought
mention.
when we meet in the
He was
middle
wise not
that
to
we
share
might
it
have
with
a
Mother.
problem.
Or any non-mage.
But so I get like my playthrough with your playthrough, or I guess our playthrough, confused a lot.
Yeah, it is very interesting that Yeah, we totally didn't plan for that, but I like the fact that there's also Dragon Age 2 deserves its due rather than us just making ridiculous commentary over an overly modded game, because it really does have its moment.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, this scene is really quite good. To talk about your dad and then stuff, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
The alternative being quiet.
Kind of sad we never got to like see what Malcolm Hawk looked
An
like.
idea not without charm.
At the same time, I
But
get
you're
it because
right.
you know.
Being normal would have required wholly different parents, and I wouldn't want that. Thank you for taking care of everything, sister.
God, what a disaster what we've made of Hawk.
Malcolm would be happy you two aren't at each other's throats. Not all the time. He sacrificed so we would have a life free to choose. Must have been a terrible burden. Much like the burden you've assumed.
Man, our mom looks so normal compared to us.
I do what I can. Sometimes
Did our mom
it
even
doesn't
look like
seem
that? I do not
enough.
remember that hair on her.
Yeah, I don't think
Your
so.
father tried to help
Different.
people the same way.
Oh, this isn't our
Fix
mom,
problems
it's
to
some
another.
other guy.
The best of him is still with you.
You got routed incorrectly
Best
in
of
the
all
ghost
of us.
transit system.
It's what makes you
Yeah.
try so hard.
And she's like, hey, look,
You will always have that.
the maker said you had to have someone give you a pep talk here, and your mom wasn't feeling it, so I've come to replace her. My name's Tamra.
Oh man.
That's why I look like a 20-year-old. I'm not your mom. Jesus. It's the
Oh.
ghost Andal talks about. It's the laughing lady. Yeah, it's just the ghost that haunts her house. It's not her mom.
Oh man.
Oh my god. So she replaced her mom like she replaced Donna? Yes, exactly.
Oh,
When her
boy.
mom died, she just hired another one.
Oh no, that's too dark. That's so terrible.
Oh my god. Well, what's next? What are we doing now?
Yeah, we finished Legacy. We probably still have another half hour or so to go, so we can knock out some other stuff.
What other quests do we have to do?
Oh, we don't have a lot left, and well, we don't have a lot on the journal besides premium content. We can go talk to Anders real quick, I guess.
Oh yeah, we should go blow up the chantry.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah. Are we all? Oh my god, are we already on Last Straw?
We are
Holy shit. Next episode's probably the end of the game, Jordan.
about to go down.
Oh yeah, we can't end the game now. No, we have to have another episode of this.
Yeah, no, I agree. So should we? I don't know how you want to do it. Do you want to do all of Last Straw next time, or start some of it and then stop?
I would say all of Last Straw next time, because there's no way, like, if we do Justice now, which I think we should, there's going to be no way we can really get anything meaningful done of Last Straw.
Makes
I want to
sense.
pop out and pop in a few other mods. I do think, though, the next episode might be a bit short, which I think we can either deal with or we start... yeah, I guess this is the conversation. Do you want to do Mark of the Assassin? Do you think we should do Mark of the Assassin, or nah, just whatever?
The one time I ever played Mark of Assassin, I felt like there were a lot of parts of it that felt like it dragged a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Like, just as far as enemies, combat, etc. I don't know if it would necessarily be the best thing to stream.
Okay, let's not do it then. Because if you want to see Mark of the Assassin, eventually I will do it, so... and then I'll do it seriously. So, okay, yeah, let's do Justice, and then I guess next stream will just be short, or we just... if we end really early, maybe we just talk over the credits for 2 hours or something.
We could figure out something to do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I want to, if it's okay, grab another water real quick, take a small break.
All right, I'll take care of the kiddos.
All right, I'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. I know a lot of you guys want to see Mark of the Assassin, but like I get what Jordan's saying. Like it's can drag sometimes. I know Mark of the Assassin is silly, which then maybe we can do the check off the fart jokes if we bring Fenris. And well, that's more poop joke because you have to stick your arm in poop. But which the fact that that's a thing, I don't know. It's not serious at all. Well, guys, I'm sorry, Versace is very serious. It's perfect meme material. Please do it. No, we're not gonna do it. We have made the decision. I will do it eventually, so it's not like we're never gonna do it on this channel. But Versace has been ruled out. I mostly just want to see Versace scream, "If I die, tell the world I died at Chateau." And here's another thing, like, because eventually we will run out of episodes for too many mods, and if we have a big struggle of figuring out what to do with what's the word I'm looking for, like, because after we play Dragon Age Origins, I don't know what we're gonna do for a Saturday stream. So if we get super desperate, maybe we will go back and do DLCs we haven't done before. So we might go do Descent and Jaws of Hakon with Tamar. We could probably even do Mark of the Assassin here. So I like, just because we don't do it today doesn't mean we'll never do it. It'll just be a much later episode if we do it at all. Caitie guys are Tailish Clans Keeper. That's it. I have your keeper. Mass Effect. We actually did talk about doing a silly Mass Effect run, but the problem is that there's not a lot of mods for Mass Effect, so it would just be like an evil playthrough of Mass Effect with some mods on it. We might still do that, but I don't know if it would like be as kooky as Dragon Age is. We are the kiddos, or are you still talking to Sunday school kids? Maybe both. Versace needs a bye Felicia moment at some point. Did Jordan die? No, he's went to go get water. Because he's a thirsty boy. Speaking of which. Get my own water. Or you could go back and do... Oh, you can go back to do some of BioWare's older games, like Jet Empire and stuff. Not weird, but still fun. We could do that, yeah. I think I would rather... Because I actually played half of Jet Empire, and I just wasn't feeling it. But I did like... I haven't actually tried it, but I have... is it Boulder Gates or Neverwinter? I have one of those I'd like to try. I think there's a multiplayer mode, so maybe we can try like a multiplayer of like one of the like really old school BioWare RPGs. I like to try one of those. Honestly, the craziest mods for Mass Effect are playing as different species. There's not as much fun. Yeah, the Mass Effect ones are really not fun. Especially like because we were thinking of actually staggering it, so we would have done Tamar, and then I would be playing the silly Mass Effect one. So we were actually going to start in Mass Effect 1. So the original plan would be Dragon Age Inquisition, silly, Mass Effect 1, silly, and then like Dragon Age 2, Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect 3. But when I was looking into the mods for Mass Effect Origins, fuck, Mass Effect 1, they just weren't good. Like, well, for silliness, they were actually very good mods of like texture stuff, but like updating textures is kind of boring. So there's a sparkling pink Garrus one, and that's the only one crazy ones. Yeah, we might have to just bite the bullet and do it anyway. And if there's crazy mods, there's like only the one. But Mass Effect Origins is my favorite game. It's my favorite too. Oh god, we might still do that, but Mass Effect Inquisition.
Mass Effect Origins. What the hell happened?
I accidentally said Mass Effect Origins instead of Mass Effect 1.
Well, that's okay. That's acceptable.
Yeah.
It's the origins of Mass Effect.
Yeah. Oh, the McElroy Mass Effect hack was perfect. It was, and I liked to do, but that was Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect fuck, I was it again. Mass Effect 1.
Let's just call it Mass Effect Origins.
Mass Effect Origins, MEO, you know. The mods for that are kind of boring, is what we were talking about.
Right. Mass Effect Origins. Lead designer, creative director, Casey Anthony. Everybody knows that's one of the greatest games of all time. Great.
Just because I've done it dozens of times on air doesn't mean.
Like like I said, I think that his name should just be Casey Anthony Hudson. We should just call him that all the time.
I don't even know why my brain does it. It just.
I fucking love it. It's great. Mass Effect Origins. That's great.
God, I have a really really good grasp of the English language, guys. Oh god. Oh, we were talking about what we would do on Saturday streams after we finished Dragon Age. I thought that maybe if we're struggling for content, maybe we would go back and do Market the Assassin one day in the future, but
Hey, there's a bunch of stuff that we could do that I feel is in the wheelhouse of, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Fallout. I like Fallout games a lot, but there are lots of mods for it.
Mm-hmm.
There is that too.
We could also do older BioWare games. Someone said like Jade Empire or Baldur's Gate, which I think Baldur's Gate you could do co-op for, right? So we could both play that together.
Could be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Went with that team for quite a while, so I guess we should.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah, if you guys make Sailor Moon VODs for Dragon Age Origins, like insta in the game. Just throwing that out there. Insta. Automatically in there.
Stephen Wilhelm says, I wonder what KOTOR mods exist. A few. Honestly, not a ton. Nothing super fun or anything, but...
Yeah. I know Baldur's Gate... I don't even know if it's actually Baldur's Gate or... I have one of the old BioWare RPGs, and I started it once, and like poked around in there, but never started a serious playthrough. And like for that one, you could like upload your own picture to use as the like character icon, which I thought was a really neat little thing.
Yes.
And God, that would be so good to play online or like streaming that, and like you get you have like fan submitted icons and stuff like that of just like the worst things. God, I would love that.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Jordan playing Fallout would probably kill me. Everything kills you.
Fallout 4 is, not bad.
I started Fallout 4. I was kind of excited to play it because I kind of like the base building aspect of it. If anyone I actually got into it, I kind of found the base building parts kind of hard to get into because it was like a lot at once.
It's tedious.
That's even without it in the mods. Yeah, and then like I think the most important thing is I got a bit barfy, so that ended that.
Even in third person.
Even in third person, I got barfy. I don't know what about it.
Yeah, the field of view I think by default is not high enough.
Yeah, maybe I need to edit that, but like I had to stop playing it for a while because that's why I didn't play Fallout 76 either. I just got barfy. I'm also not a big fan of like the look of the game. Like I think the way they model people is like really weird.
It really is. It's like, so hard to make a good looking character.
Yeah, and like in a way that like if you make strange characters, they can look really diverse. But if you try to make someone who looks even remotely human, they all kind of look samey. I don't even know how to describe that. Like I feel like a lot of the base characters that aren't like every white woman looks like every other white woman. Every black guy looks like every other black guy, and so forth. Like
I agree. I know exactly what you mean. Like yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think the base building and the base game are kind of at odds with each other. Like they didn't integrate well. Yeah, I feel like I didn't play as much to give a definitive answer, but like I get that. Yeah.
Settlements in the core game I feel don't integrate well enough. I wouldn't say that they don't integrate well. I would say that there's a core aspect of scavenging that exists in the core, especially more on hardcore mode. That's a big thing. Like you need every piece of material, and in order to build settlements effectively, you end up needing all of that scrap or all of that loot. And so exploration kind of feeds into that loop. The more you explore, the more you might find other settlements, but also you're getting more scrap, more loot, and so then you can build stuff up more. I think it integrates okay, but it's a little too. You end up babysitting the settlements, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, Aveline is now immune. And 100% resist attack.
There's my baby girl.
Use the ultimate tank. Is Aveline the best tank in Dragon Age history?
Cassandra's also really good. I don't know which one would win, though.
I'm gonna go Aveline. If I had to put money on it, I'm picking Aveline.
I will say, because maybe, like, I've only been in really tough fighting situations in Inquisition, but I feel like there's been more times where my Inquisitor's dead and Cassandra's the only one alive versus the other way with Hawk. Not that Aveline ever died, because I feel like I never see Aveline dead. At the same point, like, I feel like in Inquisition, Cassandra's a fair amount of times the only one alive.
I will say, Monochrome in the chat says, ain't Blackwall the best tank? He's right up there. Blackwall's a killer tank.
I mean, also true, yeah. I just feel like I always took Cassandra out more anyway, so...
Yeah.
And you're trying to
Not that I don't like... Here's the thing, I don't actually... Blackwall, I feel bad for, because it's not like he's a bad character. He's just a mild character, you know what I mean?
Yes. My favorite kind. I fucking love... I've said this before. He just strikes me as like a normal dude. I fucking love that shit.
So I think he does get overlooked a lot. But yeah.
I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. You've been right all along. What I did with justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
You're getting him under control. I've seen it.
I can't help mages like this. Not while I am everything the Templars fear about magic. I need to be free of this curse.
You brought this on yourself.
I did, but I think there's a way out. I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters. They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate justice and me, without killing either.
That was going to be my next question.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I
You
need,
bastard,
but there
Anders.
are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Is he lying to us?
Well, he's not telling the truth.
Yeah.
What aren't you telling me?
Oh, many things, I'm sure. Did I tell you about the dream I had where the Grand Cleric was completely naked except for her
Hashtag shanking
mitre?
time.
And there was this giant glowing cheese
I
wheel.
mean, you're not wrong.
All right, quest updated. Help Anders collect some potion.
Have you heard that BioWare is going to be at San Diego? Yeah, said that weird. San Diego Comic-Con.
I have heard this. Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about this because I don't think anything like Dragon Age 4 is going to be said anything. But I was looking at some past San Diego Comic-Cons and like, last year they only sent 2 people. This year they're sending 5, I think.
Okay.
Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Which is unusual. They also have like 2 signing times, which I feel like only they only give out the good. Maybe because they're popular. I actually didn't look if they had 2 signing times last year. But, I don't know. I kind of hope they'll announce. Also in the like little blurb it says, "Stay tuned for more details on BioWare's presence in the Dark Horse booth," which I don't know what that means. I kind of hope they have more announcements on a new Dragon Age comic because we know one's coming. They just haven't talked about it at all. They've never announced anything. Like, they've been at San Diego Comic-Con, like, a lot. Like, I found many instances. Like, I don't know if you know of the Dragon Age Inquisition gameplay reveal that, like, looked nothing like Dragon Age Inquisition. That was at San Diego Comic-Con, whatever year that was.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I remember that reveal, but I don't remember that. I didn't know it was at Comic-Con.
Something else I found out looking it up is apparently Dragon Age Redemption, which is the Felicia Day live action series, was announced at San Diego Comic-Con in like 2011 or something. So like they haven't done any like major reveals except for like side media at a Comic-Con. So I think the best we can hope for is the comic and maybe a novel or something. I don't think we're gonna get Dragon Age 4 anything, but I guess anything's possible. But yeah, and also this is
Hold your nose.
Thursday, July 18th and Friday, July 19th, and through the 20th or 21st. Okay, yeah, the 18th through 21st is all the days they're signing. BioWare is going to be on. Let's see, I think it's the 19th. Let's see. Yeah, first one's at 19th, and then the second one is on the 20th. So if they're going to announce anything during their booth signing, those would be the days to look out for.
Very
which is a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's your Dragon Age news for the week.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. It's like I'm kind of surprised that I don't really have anything to say about the comics because I quite like comic books just generally, and I've just never.
You haven't picked them up.
Yeah, I never got around to it. Knight Errant, right, is the one you told me was really good.
Yeah, I liked Knight. I don't know comics that well, and like I'm not a huge fan of comics, so I liked Knight Errant, but I don't know if I would describe it as like really good. But then I don't know comics. I thought it was rushed, but I think almost all comics I've read felt rushed, so I'll put that there. Deception wasn't good, and then Mage Killer was worse. So just because Mage Killer, like nothing fucking happens, like. It's just really the story of Marius and Tessa, who you don't know and you don't give a care about. And at the end of the thing, they don't really do anything. It's like, okay. I will say the people going, there is someone, I guess like the art director was the art director for all of Mass Effect, and then I guess was also the art director for Anthem is going to be there.
Derek Watts?
Yes.
I love Derek Watts.
Yeah, so he's going to be there. Jennifer Chevery, I butchered that. She was the associate producer on Anthem. And then pretty much everyone else is a Dragon Age person. Both Karen and Patrick. Karen, I guess, was editor also on Anthem. But she's been working on, I think, almost every BioWare recent launch. Patrick, obviously, lead writer of Dragon Age. Matthew Goldman, who was the, I guess he's now the creative director. But he was the art director for Dragon Age for a while. Which, if you don't know who that is, if you've seen my video on the, not Mark of the Assassin, but Dawn of the Seeker video, he's the guy from the dev video that was talking about, God, I actually forgot what he was talking about now, but like he was talking about like how whatever Cassandra's boyfriend's name was a really strong mage, and they never had anyone like him, and I was superimposing an image of Wynn over him because it's like the character you're describing for is just Wynn. Huh? What do you mean you've never had her before? This is just Wynn. It's that guy. So they're all gonna be.
My goodness, that was exciting.
By the way, I heard Marius is just human Fenris. Do not agree. He is and he isn't. Like he was a slave, and I think he's a bit bitter about it. But I don't think he's as bitter about his Fenris. Like Fenris, like he was tortured by being a slave, and then Marius is like, man, this shit sucks, but I'm gonna make the best of it. And yeah, that's kind of like I don't know. I feel like Fenris is more angry and Marius is more chill. At least that's what I got from the comic. So. Was he a slave? Yes, he was a slave.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
Do you think that comic characters will definitely in the games in the future? Definitely not. It's kind of a toss-up.
At one point, I thought so, but then the comic writers, at least I will say, I can't actually remember who wrote Mage Killer, but there's someone different. But at least who did Deception and Knight Errant, they said they had full reins on the characters, like the main characters. So, if they were going to appear in the game, I don't think that would be the case. So they're either going to get like a mention through like a codex entry or something like that, or they might have a small cameo, but I don't think they're going to be like a main character. So when you first played this, were you like, huh, Silipetre? That sounds a lot like saltpeter. Must not be making explosive though, huh? that's where my like saltpeter and then dragonstone looks like fire. I'm like, that sounds like something for explosives.
Yeah, honestly, it just kind of felt like a Witcher thing to be doing. Like, we got to get some rare ingredients for a potion or something like that. It felt, I don't know, you don't really do that very much in Dragon.
Yeah.
Certainly not in 2.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
If you're going for unusual choices, we wouldn't be a blood mage. I mean, we could do that. I also feel like there's no, like... is there actually dialogue if you do anything? If you win a blood mage? I don't think there is there? That'd actually be... I kind of hope there is, but I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever done it. I have to try that. The real crime is Anders making explosion puns the whole time. Does he really do that? I've not been listening to him.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I am really feeling this Anders Meryl combination. They really work well together. Like just gameplay wise. I have them both spec'd out to kind of Solar plus Dan. As opposed to Bethany, which is like straight damage for everything. Yeah, I mean, I know this is like well spoken of territory, but the magic just seemed less fun. I mean, there's certain things that are nice about Inquisition, but I feel like a lot of the controller stuff is better.
I really liked the what the anchor did. Like, I thought that was interesting. It had like a couple of cool effects there. But hold up, where's the dog? Do you mean Donna? Because Donna's technically, Carver at this point.
Correct. And he's doing quite well. He's actually helped us out. He helped us out a lot in Legacy. I thought nice to have an extra person.
Yeah. Nice to have her brother there. I mean Donna.
Exactly.
That should be plenty. Thank the maker.
Oh,
Caitie...
should it be plenty, Anders, you think? Thanks, buddy.
This should blow up real nice. I mean... Caitie, Jordan, what are your predictions for the Dragon Age 4 protagonist? You know, I don't even know. I kind of almost feel it's gonna go the way of Inquisition, where, like, they were just there a little bit. Like, the backgrounds didn't matter that much. I'd imagine that an elf would probably be an ex-Tevinter slave, or a slave that got bought out by whatever organization, or an escaped or something like that. The Dwarven, I'm assuming these are all from Tevinter. Human's probably some sort of noble. Dwarven's probably from the Dwarven rich society that lives in Orzammar. And then the Qunari, maybe also a slave, but we're freed from the Qun for whatever reason.
I think I've said I don't know. If I had to call it, I would not be surprised if they didn't. You know,
I guess I agree. I would also be disappointed because I feel like Qunari's fun, and I would like to see them try it again with like different hairstyles or like what we would do differently with a Qunari.
Yeah, I was so excited to play as a Qunari in Inquisition, and I've enjoyed playing Qunari characters. If they do it, I think everyone agrees they need to do it a lot better. And I don't know, like, what's going to be the cost of that? Different animations, different, tweaking each cinematic, etc. I don't know. Maybe they just end up skipping it. My preference would be that they do it and do it better.
Yeah. What I would be interested in is, like, so far, if you've been able to play an elf, you've been able to play a Dalish, like, will they will they make an elven whatever is going to be
We
for
still
Dragon
need
Age
the Drake
4?
stone
Like, will
from the
they?
bone pit.
Could you have a Dalish option, or like, will they have like, oh, you could be a slave elf or you could be a Dalish option, but it doesn't really matter that much in the end.
That's good. Yeah.
But aren't the next game's protagonists meant to come from Orlais, since Hawk is from Ferelden and the Inquisitors from the Free Marches, etc.? I mean, that's the trend we've been seeing, but like that doesn't mean it has to be that, you know? Like it could
Ready
really
as I'll
be
ever be.
anything.
We'll have to look for Drake stone deposits along the sides.
I guess it would make sense though to actually, maybe I will take back them being from Tevinter, because like let's say you're a game maker, and if you make all of your protagonists from Tevinter, then it wouldn't, I guess, make sense for the character to ask questions about Tevinter.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, so it would actually be a lot smoother of a gameplay choice if they weren't from Tevinter coming in as visitors and being like, wow, this place is confusing. So both your character and the player has the same experience. It's, yeah, maybe I'll take back my word. That would be kind of fun though, if everyone's from Orlais and like all of them will have French accents. I wouldn't hate that. That'd actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that either. I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Or maybe it even depends. Like, all humans are from Orlais. All elves are from... where the elves are from. Canary are from Saharan, you know?
Right.
They're actually from different places. Other than, like, in Inquisition, everyone's from the
Yeah, I would like that. I can see there being a few Reddit threads about how frustrating that is for some people, but personally, I would really like that.
I would too, actually. I would really like to be able to have a voice option that's not American or an English accent. You know, like, oh yeah, I can choose the Irish accent and I'm from Starkhaven, or I can choose the French accent and I'm from Orlais. That'd be really cool.
I mean, we talked about in our French-German episode how much we liked French and German, to be honest.
That's true, yeah.
Are we saying Fusselcorn for voice acting work in Dragon Age 4?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I know Jack made his pitch. Why not Fusselcorn too?
Yeah. Are you gonna make your pitch?
They don't want me.
Oh God.
Too much. It doesn't matter how much I put my opinions are my own in the Twitter bio. Like I just too much liability there.
People are calling me out that Starkhaven is definitely Scottish. Look, just because I don't know anything about accents. My bad.
I mean, look, I will say, if they let me do the hello, I am the warden, I mean, I would have to say yes. Automatic yes.
I think if they asked me to do anything, I'd be like, yeah, step on me. I don't care. I'll take it.
I'll make the getting stepped on noise.
Yeah. Ugh. I'll just be any zombies.
Watch your step.
What even is Cassandra's accent? It's
foreign.
Miranda. Yeah, it's Miranda Rice and doing whatever the fuck she wants. Oh God.
Wonderful. I mean, it's a pretty cool sounding voice.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah, I actually really like it. I guess I kind of like it because I can't really place it as an accent, and so like it makes me feel like I'm in the fiction of like, oh yeah, this is a Navarran accent. Duh. The problem is they ask anyone else to do that accent because you're from Navarra, and good luck.
Right.
Because I don't know if you'd be able to do that. Now, I think we've talked about this before, but like if we could like design a place for us in the game, I still would just want to be a shopkeep or something like that. Like, oh, you know those guys in Dragon Age Inquisition where you can miss codex entries? You can go buy it from them? I want to be that guy.
Oh, that's a good one. I want to be a scout.
That'd be good too.
I want to be Scout Harding's, I don't know, or the equivalent of Scout Harding. Like, I want to be like the person getting trained. So that way I can have like a couple of comedic lines. Like, but then like my little mini like redemptive arc is like I get one little scene at the end where like I finally come up with some good information.
For once.
Yeah, nobody expects it. That would be my little character. That'd be great.
Scout LeBron or something.
Scout LeBron.
Oh God. English is not my native language, and I have no idea how to identify accents. So English is my native accent, or well, I guess accent too, but language, and like other than American accents, I can't place anything that's like English. I kind of know the difference between like English or like European versus Australian, and then after that, it's good fucking luck.
So interesting, right? Like we're just as guilty of that as anyone. But if someone were to say something like an American accent, it makes me realize how ridiculous it is to even say a British accent, because countries are big places, you know? Like, there's so much regional accents. Like, what's an American accent? New York accent? Is it a Southern Californian accent? Because they're totally different things. Is it a Southern and also Southern, it's like Texas is not the same thing as Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Or Mississippi or South,
yeah.
or any of it, right? The South is filled with different accents.
Uh-huh. I would say, though, I think I've met more people with a Midwestern accent, like our accent. Like, I feel like that's much more common than...
Sure, yeah.
Then again, I've only lived in Midwestern states, so there you go.
Well, it's like, not only that, but, like, I've lived in Texas my whole life, so, like, I can tell the difference between West Texas and North Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a weird thing, because it's very subtle.
Yeah. I had to call someone from Texas at work, and it was so weird talking to the lady who had a deep Southern accent. Now, I just think of my mom, because, like, my mom grew up in, like, Texas, West Texas, and, like, you know, went to school and college elsewhere. And, like, her mom always had, like, a thick accent, and whenever she visited her family, the accent would pop out, but, like, back towards me, it'd be, like, completely normal Western accent again. It was the weirdest thing. It was all the time.
Alright, we got a big giant spider on our lap.
Caitie, what is your wish for how Souls' story will play out? I don't know. Here's the thing, there's like that wish fulfillment story that I'd be like, oh, it'd be great, like everything turns happy and he gets around with Savelle, and at the same time, I feel like if that actually happened, I would feel cheated. So I guess I want something to happen that I can't think of. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. No, I agree.
Yeah. Like, I feel like whatever I'm going to have is gonna, like, whatever idea I have is gonna, in the end, be unsatisfying because I'm not a good writer. And I feel like there's an answer out there that's much more satisfying and interesting that I would rather see.
Alright, we handled that fight too. Oh.
Woohoo! We need cool Dwarven accents. Yeah, the Dwarven accents in general need to be a little bit more coherent. Not coherent, but like, you have American accent, which is just Dwarven accent, even if the dwarf wasn't raised in Orzammar, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, Scout Harding is supposed to be from the surface, but she doesn't have a Ferelden accent. She has like an American accent.
I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me.
Like Varric, I get, because I don't think he was born in Orzammar, but like his family is from Orzammar, so it makes sense that he have an American accent. But like, I don't know. Actually, like, the American accents are a little bit weird in this game because there's really other than Orzammar and the dwarves, the American accent is just kind of there sometimes. Like Wynn. Why, like, what would you say her accent even is? Like, I would classify it as kind of an American accent, but she's a mage from Ferelden.
Yeah.
Like, if she had an accent, you would think that it would be Ferelden. And then, like, so far, all the Qunari have been American accents, too. So yeah, Dwarf and Qunari have the same accent. And I feel like Qunari would be perfect to have, like, just some sort of anything accent, but
no, I agree. I guess I there's a lot too, and I don't know if I've ever gone that into the accents, but you're right. There's not a super pattern to it.
There's some consistencies between like the humans, but elves, dwarves, good luck.
And I love the Arishok's voice overall, but you're right. The Qunari have such an opportunity.
Here's the thing, though. Like, people were already getting really upset about the Qunari essentially being a Muslim equivalent So I feel like if you went with like anything slightly foreign, people would be like,
Wait, do
about
people
it.
say that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
At least that's what I've heard. Even though the Cune's nothing like that, but like the conquering, commanding
Yeah.
part, like I've heard that a lot.
Okay, well, people are weird, so.
Uh,
Wait, does Stan have an accent?
I would say no. I would say it's an American accent, but like the manner in which he speaks is odd. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's what I guess that's what it is. He's got a weird, well, not weird, but it's got a distinct voice.
Yeah, he has a
There is
voice.
one
But I
more
wouldn't
thing
call
I
it
would
an
ask of
accent.
you, Hawk.
Canary should have
I
a
can't tell
Texan
you why.
accent. Yeah, there's a lot of people
I
saying
must get inside the
Minnesota, New
chantry
Jersey,
without being
Aussie,
seen.
Canary.
Will you talk to the Grand
Actually,
Cleric
yeah,
for
an
me?
Australian.
Distract
Oh,
her long
Australian
enough for me to
accent
do what
for the
must be
Cal
done.
Chirac. That'd be kind of cool.
Jersey Shore. Sorry, how about that?
Oh my god. Ah.
What are you plotting?
You would not thank me if
Actually,
I
yeah.
told you.
Let's say
If you
the
support
Canary
freedom
have to
for
have an
mages,
American accent.
help
What
me.
American accent would you
That's
choose?
all I can say.
Silicon Valley.
Really?
No, I don't know. I'd just be interesting to see how they could do like all their startup pitches. Because Silicon Valley has an accent now, right? It's like I don't know if it's an accent necessarily, but it's all the mannerisms. It's the upspeak and the forced vocal fry and just all the different.
Yeah, but like that doesn't sound intimidating. Here's the thing, though. I can't really think of an American accent that sounds super intimidating, other than just like, I guess what is the Midwestern accent, which is kind of like the generic American. Like I think you get into Boston and Texas and stuff, there's like a little bit of like a, I want to say campy almost, like a really intense
It can come out,
part
yeah.
that I feel would get lost in something that's supposed to be terrifying.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, I'm trying to think of like a intense accent in America that's not inherently silly. I feel like Southern. I know people knock Southern all the time. Not that I want Southern Canary, because I don't think it would fit well, just because of the stereotype. But Southern can get very intense. Like if you get someone who has like a legit Southern accent and they get angry, like it can be very like.
I agree with you. You're right. But can you imagine Kunari with Southern accents?
Yeah, I don't think it would work well, especially since like I think thematically it wouldn't work well because they keep referring to Thetis as the South, and them having a Southern accent.
Oh, you're right.
It wouldn't work well. Yeah. Anyway, let's get done with this this cutscene.
We're helping, right? We tell them that we're helping.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those like I kind of just want to do it. At the same time, I don't know if we. I don't know if she would. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. I mean, her whole thing was she's afraid of magic, right?
Yeah.
So she wouldn't be down for this nonsense.
Yeah, she wouldn't be down for this nonsense. I think like as much as I want to do it, Versace would be like, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah. All right. We're saying I won't help.
Yeah, fuck off then.
I know better than to take on something like that blind. You're on your own.
I have always been on my own. For a time, I just forgot.
Canary speak like Philip DeFranco, trying to get people to click on their secret link of the day when they all lead to the queue.
Oh no.
That's good. That is very good. Sup. Oh, come on. Oh god. Well, we actually went over for once. Hey, look at us go.
Hey, look at that. So we've got that out of the way, and that leaves really just Astral.
Yeah, because we didn't get anyone else's personal quest. I mean that I'm not gonna cheat. Like we'll just leave it, and then because Meryl's gonna fight us, because we're gonna choose Templars here. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, go into the party picker menu for me real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have to wait for the stream to catch up so I can see it. Since we're gonna be siding with the Templars, I feel like we're gonna kill Anders, so he's gone. Mero's gonna be gone. Sebastian will stay by us. Aveline should. So we really only should have Sebastian, Aveline, Varric, and then who else? Like this Amoan character, than anyone else I hire. So we're gonna lose a lot of our party here, I guess.
Yeah, Versace, worst talk ever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, worst talk ever.
Oh, the chat room has said that the Cunari all talk like Alex Jones.
Even the women.
And Alex says, I don't like them putting lyrium in the water. That turns the friggin' boss gay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Alex Jones is the Cunari. I mean, look, man. Somebody please just make the offer. You know what I mean? Because he would do it.
Oh no, they would never partner with Alex Jones.
You could get an impersonator. You could get like a decent impersonator to just do a voice.
Okay, that I'll accept, but like, oh god, that'd be funny. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming to this Nightmare stream. Now I'm gonna be gone next weekend. So I guess the next version of Versace is going to be the weekend after that.
Yeah, that should be the case. And then if you're out next weekend, I think I can put together a Skyrim stream. Whether or not it will be the beginning of, we also held a poll, new update on that. And we've decided it'll now be Jewel Crusted Catboy, and we will do a Khajiit because there is a mod. There is a mod called Khajiit Speak, which just changes there's no voice dialogue in Skyrim, obviously, for your protagonist, so it just changes the menu, like the dialogue options you select, so that it's just like it references your character name in there in third person, and it makes your character sound like they're talking like a Khajiit.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's fantastic. I quite like it.
Jordan has to do all the voice acting for his PC. That is the law. You have to read out all the voice.
I might slip into a little bit of Khajiit.
Ooh. Okay, I'll have to. I mean, if you do it this weekend, I'll be gone, but I'll watch the video of it.
Yeah, we will see how it goes.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. Get out of here. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Shoot.